For decades, advanced micro devices, AMD, lurked in the shadows of Intel's processor dominance, best known as the plucky runner-up to Intel's Intel Inside juggernaut. But in the high-stakes arena of AI chips, AMD has shed its underdog status and begun locking horns with the true titans, transforming from second-place silicon maker into a bona fide rival to NVIDIA, the reigning AI GPU king. Intel's stumble. When the blue giant lost its step. Once upon a time, Intel set the pace for every data center and desktop. Fast forward to today, and Intel finds itself unable to deliver blockbuster AI accelerators, missing even modest revenue goals for its in-house gaudy chips, while AMD's AI-focused GPUs began racking up $1 billion quarters. A U.S. News deep dive chronicles how Intel spurned OpenAI and fell behind the times, losing its crown as generative AI demand exploded around NVIDIA's CUDA-powered GPUs. Intel's once unstoppable blue team now lags in performance per watt and software ecosystem strength, leaving an opening for hungry rivals. AMD's rise. Sneak attack on the silicon front. Seizing the moment, AMD dove headlong into GPU-accelerated AI, leveraging its CDNA architecture to craft the Instinct line for data centers. By 2024, AMD's AI GPUs were pulling in $1 billion per quarter, fastest growth in company history. No longer content with just PCs and gaming consoles, AMD rebranded itself as an AI powerhouse, investing heavily in both hardware and its RCM software stack to woo enterprise clients. Strategic shift. From Ryzen and EPYC CPUs to MI series accelerators, AMD assembled a full-stack AI toolkit, just in time to ride the generative AI wave. Technical momentum. RS rating rockets to 78. On Thursday, AMD's relative strength (RS) rating received a major boost, upgraded from 65 to 78. This proprietary measure, which pits a stock's 52-week price performance against all others, tells us two things. Rising momentum. AMD's share price action has outpaced most of the market over the past year. By signal pending, historically, stocks often ignite their biggest rallies once they breach an RS of 80. Despite clearing a 125.72 buy point in a cup with handle pattern, AMD now sits extended. But a fresh coiled spring setup, think 3 weeks tight, could unleash the next big leg up. Earnings excellence. 4-quarter win streak. Technicals aside, AMD's fundamentals have been firing on all cylinders. Double-digit EPS growth in each of the last 4 quarters, a streak unseen since pre-mobile boom days. Revenue on the rise, with sales expanding hand over fist as data center and gaming segments boomed. This consistent financial outperformance underpins the RS upgrade and gives investors confidence that AMD's pivot to AI is translating into real cash flow. Instinct MI350. The four-fold fire breather. Enter the AMD Instinct MI350 series, AMD's answer to NVIDIA's data center GPUs. Launched in mid-2025, the MI350X and MI355X chips deliver up to 4 times the inference performance of the prior MI300X. Key specs include 288 GB of HBM3E memory, optimized for large model training and inference. Air-cooled and liquid-cooled variants, catering to diverse data center footprints. Performance per dollar gains, narrowing the price war gap with NVIDIA's Hopper GPUs. Picture an MI350 as a data dragon that inhales a furnace of AI workloads and exhales insights at quadruple the speed, exactly what data centers need to tame gargantuan AI models. By the way, if you are benefiting from the content so far and want more like this, like the video, it means much to me. Hit the subscribe button, turn on the notifications bell, and comment the word more. Just go ahead and type the word more so I know. Now that you have commented, let's continue. MI400. The true inflection point. Yet, industry watchers agree that MI350 is just Act 1. The real drama unfolds with Instinct MI400, slated for 2026, the culmination of AMD's AI GPU ambitions. Anticipated breakthroughs include 432 GB of HBM4 memory, a 50% jump. Rack-scale Helios systems, blending MI400 accelerators with Venice, EPYC CPUs for turnkey AI superclusters. 40 flops, FP4, and 20 flops, FP8 compute, doubling MI350's raw AI grunt. This next-gen GPU promises to shift the data center balance, potentially propelling AMD into the same conversation as NVIDIA's GH200 Blackwell platforms. AMD versus NVIDIA. A new duopoly? With MI400 on deck, AMD's quest becomes clear: challenge NVIDIA's 90% plus market share in AI accelerators. Imagine a tech race where NVIDIA drives a proven Formula One car, and AMD debuts a nimble, turbocharged prototype hot on its tail. The checkered flag? Real-world AI adoption and rewriting the data center playbook. Catalyst calendar. What could soar AMD next? Investors should mark their calendars for Q2 2025 earnings. Late July. Look for continued double-digit segment growth, especially in data center GPU revenues. MI350X volume shipments. Watch real-world deployment announcements from hyperscalers like AWS or Google Cloud. MI400 Deep Dive. 2026 Roadshow. Early benchmarks and customer pilots could ignite a fresh hardware buying spree. Software milestones. RCM 7.0 releases, TensorFlow/PyTorch optimization wins, and new AI reference models. Each of these events could deliver a $10 to $20 stock move, depending on how AMD's performance stacks up against sky-high expectations. Chip drag race. Picture MI350 and Hopper GPUs at a quarter-mile strip. Both launch hard, but the MI400 prototype, with its extra memory and rack-scale rig, zooms past at the finish line. Silicon Symphony. AMD's R&D lab resembles an orchestra pit, where engineers tweak hundreds of parameters as if tuning violins, crafting the perfect harmony of performance, power, and price. These metaphors underscore the drama and stakes in the AI chip arena, where code meets silicon in a gladiatorial spectacle. Risks and caveats. Every rocket needs a parachute. Even the most promising chip stories face headwinds, supply constraints, HBM4 production ramps, and packaging yields could bottleneck MI400 volumes. Software maturity. RCM still trails CUDA. Enterprise adoption depends on seamless framework support. Macro cycles. Data center capex can ebb with broader economic slowdowns. Competitive counterpunches. NVIDIA's Hopper successors, Blackwell, or custom ASICs from cloud giants could blunt AMD's gains. Treat these as speed bumps, not stop signs. Managing them well is key to realizing AMD's full inflection potential. AMD's transformation, from Intel's sidekick to AI GPU contender, is one of the market's most compelling turnarounds. Key points to remember: Intel's missteps created the opening for AMD's AI pivot. RS upgrade to 78 underscores powerful technical momentum. MI350's fourfold performance boost proves AMD can deliver on AI promises. MI400 looms as the inflection point that could vault AMD into true duopoly status with NVIDIA. Earnings and software milestones remain crucial catalysts through 2026 and beyond. Whether you're a long-term believer in AMD's AI destiny or a tactical trader eyeing the next breakout, the next 12 to 18 months will write a defining chapter in the semiconductor saga. Keep your eyes on those subtitles, your charts on the 80 RS threshold, and your imagination ignited by the dragons of data. Because in this silicon showdown, the only thing hotter than the chips themselves is the market's appetite for innovation. Do you know what else to watch? Be alert and of sober mind. Your enemy the devil prowls around like a lion looking for someone to devour. 1 Peter 5 verse 8. If we fully obey the Lord, the Creator of heaven and earth, and carefully follow all His commandments, He has promised to set us high above all the nations of the earth. Deuteronomy 28. We shall be blessed when we come in and when we go out. I appeal to you to accept God and let Him be your guide, for He will never leave you nor forsake you. Do not be afraid, do not be discouraged. Deuteronomy 31 verse 8. Want more information? Please check the description section. That's the end for now. If you have watched until the end, drop a comment like this: I stayed until the end. Just comment that I stayed until the end. When I see this comment, I will give you a heart. 3 more favors I request from you. First, like this video, subscribe and then turn on the notifications bell. If you do this, you greatly encourage me to continue bringing to you insightful content. Do not miss out on our future videos full of insight. All I am asking is your subscription. Thanks for joining us today. Your support means so much to us. Do not hesitate to share this video to help someone who may benefit. I recommend that you watch the next video, subscribe to the channel and share your thoughts about today's video. Wish you God's blessings and care. Faith and prayer will do what no power on earth can accomplish. See you in the next video by God's mercy.